been a couple weeks now since the execution. Were you there that night? Did you witness the execution?
I did witness it.
Would you be willing to take me into that experience for you from when you entered the building and walk me through what was running through your mind?
Um, when I walked, well, I had done an interview a couple days before, and before that, I just had like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how he's gonna, what words he's gonna say, and just how he's gonna be. But after I did my interview and I walked into the building, I was all calm. I was not thinking, no way or what's going to happen. I just felt I was all calm.
So you walked in calm. You enter. I was a witness as well, and our room was pretty small, and there was that window. When the curtain opened up, what ran through your mind?
Nothing really. I just seen him laying there, strapped up, looking around. I was just watching. My eyes were on him the whole time and whatnot, how he's reacting to stuff.
Did he
But
did he react the way that you thought in your mind he might react, or were you really not sure how he was going to react?
I wasn't sure how he was going to react because the room we were in, we were at an angle, so we couldn't really see. We just seen most of his lower body and his head when he lifted it.
And so he had a chance to say his final words, and the first thing that he said was, I've said from the beginning, if it helps them heal, let's do this. What did you make of that?
I didn't make nothing of it, but it did actually help me heal.
Yeah. How so? How did those words and seeing that and hearing that help you heal?
Because after the whole time I was watching them, and then after it happened, it's just like I seen or felt that he was gone. But and then after that is after we left and I got through the days after, and it's like um, the memories of my mom I had of the murder scene, it was gone. I didn't have those memories right there. They were just pushed in the back, and just all the other memories of her were there.
So is it fair to say that this for you is ultimate closure, justice? What is his execution for you?
It was, for me, it was closure because it's not there, wondering when it's going to happen and how many more appeals he's going to go through and whatever else he's going to throw out there to try to stay alive.
And so do you feel differently now than you did, say on August 7th? And I think you kind of are alluding to the fact that yes, you do. You say that you're healing, you got closure. How differently do you feel right now that he's gone?
I feel way different because it's like I know he's not there, so it's just like he's gone and my memories are not what they were when he was alive.
How's the rest of your family doing right now?
Um, I don't know what they're feeling. I haven't like really talked to them about it. I know my girls, they're trying to, because my one daughter she ended up not going, but my other one was there.
Would you mind talking about a little bit of that? It seems like some people just didn't want to see this, huh? They just wanted it maybe to be over with, but they didn't want to be there to see it.
Yeah, they just, you know, I don't know really what they would be thinking.
Let's talk about your mother, Claudia, for a little bit. And, now that he is gone, um, let's remember her life, her legacy. What do you want people to know about your mother?
She was all for her family. She loved her family, her traditions that she did, and helping people in the end where she could.
And yeah, what is that? Can you talk about that? What does that mean? What did she do? You said she kind of kept everything together. Talk about that a little bit.
Or she, to me, she was um like don't I don't really know, but she was I was there. I don't know because I didn't like really live with her, so I didn't know her what she did. Mainly, I know she was my mother, and she was there for me when she needed to be.
Um, as I mentioned, I was a witness as well, and when they pulled the sheet over from his legs to over his head, that he had flatlined, and it was known at that point he was gone, he was dead. That moment to me resonated that he was gone. Do you remember that moment when they pulled the sheet over? And did you feel differently in that exact moment? Walk me through what was you were thinking and feeling when they pulled the sheet over his head?
That's just what I thought is, that he's gone and, he's not in my mind anymore, really. Because when he was alive, he was there, and that's just what I didn't want him to be.
Yeah, people look at this and say 26 years, 25 years on death row, he was 25 and 26 years. You and your family had to wait for this day. Do you think about how long that is and how, I mean, that is just such a huge amount of time. What does 26 years mean for your family going through this?
Well, for me, 26 years is because I had said that because I am 50 right now. So I spent over half my life without her. And I always thought the day when I turned that age, she passed away. I go, I just couldn't even think about it, how she was there, how many years, I've grown up, my kids grown up. It's just like that was a long time to be there without her and him to be in there.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're basically saying that those bad memories that you had are kind of gone, are in the back of your mind, they're being erased, and the good memories that you have of your mother are being replaced. Is that really
Yes.
the essence of what's happened now that he has been executed for you?
Yeah, because when he was there, I thought just most of the crime scene. I didn't see the actual crime scene. I seen the aftermath, and I just didn't want to see that no more. But with him gone, it's just like that is gone. Her better memories for me are there now.
On the actual day of the execution, I know it happened just a few minutes after midnight, but what was that day like for you?
It was a big relief. We're all relieved that it happened. That I didn't know how it was going to be to see there, to watch him take his last breath, but to me, it was a relief.
And were you watching the clock every hour saying, okay, that's 1 hour, another hour down? I mean, what was that day like for you? Were you just kind of sitting around? Were you with family? What did you do that day, that whole day?
Just that day, I had traveled up there with me and my husband went up, and it's just it was kind of, I don't know to say. It was like I was kind of excited for it. And then when the time came, it was just like I was excited to leave the room to go. And then when we pulled up to the prison, it was just like a calmness went over me.
So you were calm the entire time, all the way to the very end. And then, like you said, when that sheet came over, bad memories kind of went away, good memories started to fill that void.
Yeah, and I didn't know because there was no clock there and we'd have no sense of time. It's when we got back to our room that night, I just waited, the news to see what time his death was. Because I didn't know until the 3 o'clock in the morning news report came out.
Yeah, yeah, it was very, very early in the morning. So, during this execution, the prison gave him an opportunity to say his final words. What would be your final words to him and what he did to your mother? Do you have any final words that you would say if offered the opportunity?
Like I don't know because I really didn't think, just that she can be at peace now. And I know she probably thought different ways, if something like this were to happen to someone she knew and not her, she would probably be different about it. And not like how I was, just waiting to count down the days, the time to when he was put down.
Benita, I heard a lot of people, viewers and people that were watching the news and the developments on the day of the execution say, well, we're doing so much talking about him. And obviously it was, because of him being executed that day. But we didn't want to lose sight of the fact that your mother was the victim here. And I'm really appreciative that you're talking with us today so that we can hear your words and remember your mother. So I'm really, really thankful that you're willing to talk with us today, because at the end of the day, she is the victim in this, and she's the one that needs to be remembered. You have any thoughts to that? I mean, that's the essence of this, is that she's the one that needs to be remembered.
Yeah, I haven't like really thought, and I just like glad everything's done with and over with.
Yeah, I mean, are you still processing? Where do you go from here? What do you do now? What do you do next?
I just try to, I still think about my mom and, go down to the cemetery, but it's not like he was like a major part of remembering her, but now it's just I just gotta go through my memories, better memories, and go from there.
Benita, anything else that you want to say at all?
I don't want to say.
I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And I'm I'm happy that you got the justice and the closure that you were looking for.